Hello, magical souls. I hope you're very, very well. So today I've been guided to talk about why some people cannot connect to the Akashic Records or to their guides. I meet a lot of people who come to me for a reading, and they're saying basically that they can sense that their guides are there and trying to tell them something, and they're getting the angel numbers, but they're not getting the actual information that would be so important for them. It's going to be life-changing, isn't it? It might surprise you to know that the answer often lies not in your effort, but in your energy system. So we're going to be talking today about the upper chakras and getting everything aligned and something truly powerful called the Merkaba. So I do talk about the Merkaba often, and that is because it is very, very powerful gateway vehicle. Okay, everybody has the Merkaba around them. That's a given, you have it, but you need to activate it correctly and think of it as an ancient energetic structure, your light body. When activated, your light body in motion. It activates your higher chakras and connects your physical and spiritual bodies, allowing you to travel between dimensions, access the Akashic Records, access your guides, access the ascended masters. And you could also think of it as your energetic spaceship. But here's the key, it only switches on fully when you do the proper activation and your heart is pure, which is what I will show you how to do. Get your heart pure, your mind still, and your body is grounded. And as the Merkaba spins and aligns, it starts naturally activating the higher chakras, not just the main seven that you've heard about. Yeah, we're going to go and have a look at that. So we're going to look at the different chakras, why they are so important. Why is it important to activate your Merkaba so that you get these other chakras online? Okay. I'm just going to briefly mention that there are hidden chakras in the hands and the feet and the spleen. And before we rise upwards and talk about the upper chakras, let's just acknowledge these often overlooked five secret chakras in the hands, feet, and spleen. And these become active as your eighth chakra begins to open. They'll help stabilize and anchor your energy, making it safer to rise. Okay, but we will do all of that together. If you want to access the Akashic Records or access your own guides, you could either book on a workshop with me just to activate level one Merkaba, to start there. But let's talk about the eighth chakra for now, the portal of compassion. So this is in a different place for everybody, roughly about half a meter above your head. And it awakens through compassion when you care for others with no agenda. So, with love as your only motive, this chakra starts to pulse with light and it can create inner peace. It opens up your divine inheritance, which is often your skills, your spiritual skills that when this chakra opens, you won't be terribly surprised that you have that spiritual skill or that spiritual skill. But I will show you also how to activate it so that it fully embraces everything, brings you your, as we say, divine inheritance and your spiritual skills, okay? It also invites in friendships for no advantage, just a soul to soul connection. So that's when your eighth chakra is activated, that's one of the ways of knowing that it's activated. You're making friends easily, and you are feeling light, and a lot of your skills are on, have come in ready for you to use. Okay, now we're going to talk about the ninth chakra, which is so exciting because this is a cosmic blueprint. This chakra holds the rainbow light of your soul's divine plan. So it's a storehouse of heaven within you. Okay, it connects to the sun and to multidimensional versions of you across timelines. It offers clarity, healing, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of who you are. So through it, you can start to witness and integrate your multi-selves, the many expressions of your soul. So for example, there is a version of myself that has fully understood abundance and has so much money, it doesn't know has too much to, it can actually start handing out money to other people because it's got more than enough for itself. Then I can connect with that version of myself and understand the secrets of how I got there. How did I change my vibration to match the vibration of money? So that's one of the things that we do with the ninth chakra. Also, it holds your divine plan, but it also holds your divine spiritual skills. So if you're meant to be a shaman, if you're meant to be a priestess, if you're meant to be a healer, any of those things, this will show up in your ninth chakra. And when we activate the Merkaba, we do it in a way so that your ninth chakra releases your innate spiritual skills into a place where you can get your hands on them and really start to make a very big difference in your own life and in the lives of others, because you will come online. 100% you will come online and you'll know how to use your skills. So very, very magical. Okay, so let's look at the 10th chakra. That chakra is connected to the great central sun. It resonates with the great central suns. It's like a portal for the great central sun, or the sun behind the sun, whichever way you want to talk about it. And it carries the energetic echo of your past lives. Okay. And then when we open up this chakra, it allows you to retrieve gifts, wisdom from other lifetimes, and you may hear whispers of guides, angels, and ascended masters much more clearly. You'll be more open to receiving that information. And it's also interesting to note that ascended masters are often born into this lifetime with this chakra already activated, but they usually choose very challenging early lives to make them to stay humble so that they don't get lost in ego and ego-driven society. And so that in that way, they can instead stay devoted to service, to source, because they know they want to come in, they want to do a lot of good, they want to make some changes from the inside out. They're tired of being outside of the earth, looking on and noticing all the problems and drama and difficulties that are going on in the third dimension and not being able to do anything about it. But from a place of a physical body, you can actually move into the earth and make some really impressive changes. So that's very exciting about the 10th chakra. We also, with the 10th chakra, it opens up your creativity. And I don't just mean that you can now paint pretty pictures. I mean that you can, if you want to, but you can also bring creativity into every single part of your life. And that can be very, very exciting because all of a sudden you are not having any problems anymore. You're just having interesting experiences. And if you have an idea in your mind, you might have come across some problems in your 3D expression, and your old ego mind might say, oh, there's so many problems, it's so difficult to do this. Whereas with your 10th chakra activated, you're all of a sudden going to look at problems in a very different way. So you're going to start saying, oh, that's interesting. I thought I was going to do that. Now I know I'm being led to do this. That's even more exciting. That's even more interesting than what I originally wanted to do. So that's the brilliance of the 10th chakra. So that's creativity. It will also help you to be more balanced and grounded into the zero chakra, which we'll talk about in a minute. And so balance, yes, and it will also open you up to synchronicity. So the 10th chakra is that part of you that makes sure that as you are on any physical journey, as you arrive in one place, the next vehicle is ready to take you on to the next part of your journey. So everything is synchronistic. That's in the physical sense. In the more energetic sense, as you finish one project, the next one comes ready for you to dive into and do a deep dive into and express yourself. So very exciting stuff there. Okay, so let's talk about the 11th chakra now. Now, this could be called the divine devotion chakra. And that's because it's accessible normally through very deep spiritual devotion. So some people have to go and live in an ashram for 10 years before they can activate their 11th chakra. And but when we do the Merkaba activation, all of a sudden, boom, 11th chakra comes online, just like that. And this will connect you to the entire galaxy. Okay. From this place of the 11th chakra being open, polarity dissolves. Okay, so you no longer need pain and suffering in order to move forward on your journey, which is, I mean, let's face it, who wants to do away with pain and suffering? You no longer, because you can see now with your third eye, you can see what's going on around you. You can see everything so clearly. You don't need pain and suffering. You can get there faster. You get there faster. So decisions flow with grace. You no longer need to figure it out. You simply know. You know what's going to happen next. You know if you should connect with that person or not. You know what's going to happen if you go down that route. Okay. And it also keeps you motivated by linking you directly to your Earth Star Chakra. Again, we mentioned that in 10, and now we're going to mention it now in 11 as well, reminding you to stay grounded while you soar. Okay, so I talk about this in the way that if you're in a physical body, you need to be able to pay your mortgage. You need to be able to maybe drive a car or find a way of getting your physical body from one place to another. You don't have to drive a car, but I'm just saying that takes some skill when you're very high vibrational, living in your upper chakras. So we want to anchor down into the Earth Star Chakra. And a lot of star seeds come to me and they are struggling with the third dimension terribly because they are so high up. And actually, by activating their Merkaba, we bring them into their physical body with all their gifts online. Okay, so who wouldn't want that? You become the ascended master part of yourself, activating yourself in the earth plane, but the higher vibrational version of yourself. So yes, the Merkaba can be like a magic carpet helping you to travel through time, witness the chakra openings in others, bring through sacred light, or even material objects when you're ready. So that's another thing about the 11th chakra. You will open up to time travel, open up to teleportation by location, so you can be in two places at once. You will also be able to open up to the appearance of material objects, so they can come to you when you need it. So that tends to happen to me now all the time. If I need something, somebody will just give it to me, and I'm just stood there going, "How did this happen? Oh, this is so cool! I love it." Often it's little things, but things that I need in that moment are delivered. So that's really, really helpful. So I might not need to earn millions of pounds when I get given the stuff that I need in the moment. Interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Okay, let's talk about the 12th chakra, which is the divine channel. This is our direct connection to God. And when we open it, we can feel a lot more subtle and less dramatic. And that's because you've likely already moved beyond attachment. So this opening of the 12th chakra isn't flashy, it's freeing. And I like to liken this to Nikola Tesla. You simply receive the truth from the higher planes with grace and ease. So that's why when I show you how to open the Akashic Records, once your Merkaba is activated, all of a sudden we move through very beautifully, very smoothly. It just like gently just happens. One day you haven't been an Akashic record reader, and the next day you are. It's just like this magic that happens, and it's all connected to the Merkaba and the chakras. That's why I teach it this way. So some people might look at my workshop and think, oh, 8 weeks, it's so long. I just want to do it like that. But actually, if your physical body and your chakras aren't ready, then that's why it's like you're hitting and missing. You're just falling each time. You're not able to get some traction, get your foot up on the ladder and then move. And even if you never read the records for other people, that's fine. Just do it for yourself. Just do it so that you get that promotion at work, so that you can bring your spiritual skills into the workplace. Often the Akashic Record Keepers and Guides tell me that some people need to stay in the mainstream workforce, and that's okay. Some very spiritually advanced beings need to be in the 3D workplace environments to show other humans how it's done. You've got to show them how it's done. And sometimes you can only do that from inside a great big company corporation that looks from the outside looks like a very ego-driven place. Maybe the starseeds in there are actually gently bringing in the grace of God, of the planet, and bringing in the love vibration, so that the people that are still working in those places have some release from the heaviness of the ego-driven industry. Okay. So a lot of you'll find them a lot in leaders. You'll find people that are spiritually advanced leaders. They might be in corporate jobs, but they are holding space for the mass people in that company to help them have a better day, to help them have a better life, a better work life, and a better situation. So that's why if you find that you are attracted to the energy of a leader, it's often because they are very strongly spiritual, but they're not going to say that while they're working in that corporate field, but they are. So you might be the next leader in that field. That would be amazing. So if you wanted to be the leader in your particular area that you're already working in, the Merkaba is going to help you to do that and do it with grace and ease and positivity. Okay, I digress. Let's talk about the zero chakra, which is the Earth Star Chakra. And now, this is the one that a lot of people forget about, the zero chakra, or we could call it the Earth Star Chakra, which I prefer that name because it's such an important chakra. And it's located beneath your feet, and it's your roots into Mother Earth. It's probably about half a meter below your feet, okay? And this chakra is vital as you rise into the higher realms. You remain grounded, or the connections can sometimes flicker. And this chakra keeps you safe, embodied, anchored into your 5D earth expression. And then through the stillness and presence, you connect more deeply to Mother Earth and heal not just yourself, but the whole planet. Isn't that exciting? Okay, so that is the chakras in a nutshell. Obviously, we dive a little bit more deeper into it when we do the activation of the Merkaba. But if you are struggling to access the Akashic Records or connect with your guides or your angels, check in with your body. Are your chakras aligned? Are you grounded in earth while reaching for the stars? Or are you trying too hard? Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of stillness, compassion, devotion. And other times it's as simple as remembering you're already connected. You just need to align the system. Merkaba, chakras, intention, and earth. It's all connected. Okay. So I hope this episode or this download helped you to understand why your connection to the angels or beings of light or your guides might be a bit fuzzy, and how to recalibrate your energy body to receive the wisdom that's already waiting for you. Remember, stillness is your secret, compassion is the code, and you, my magical soul, are the portal. So I will see you in the records or online in a training session. Until then, stay bright, stay grounded, and stay sacred.